Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of my FM21 save with Ajax. We're here for we're here for definitely, for now at least, the last episode of the series. If you guys really want to see more of this, I will consider continuing it over in the full game. But I have other plans for the full game as well. Actually, by now you've probably already seen the first couple of episodes for that series as well. But as I said, if you really enjoy this series and want me to continue it, I will at least consider it, of course, and then maybe we can compromise in doing it in a little bit of a different way. That maybe I give an update once or twice a season, so that you guys still see the progress we make with Ajax in the future, but it won't cost as much time as the main series will. I've got a lot of plans for this year, so it's going to be very tight. It's going to be very hard to combine everything. But as I said, if you really want to see this series continued, then please do make sure to let me know by leaving a like, and as well leave a comment saying what you love about this series and if you want to see it continue or not. So that being said, first off, as you can already see, because I'm waffling too much and not paying attention, we have become champions, of course, as expected. We're 13 points ahead of FC Utrecht as well. Feyenoord are in third, but we are playing them today, so they can still actually finish in fifth, which is crazy. I really hope they do. I really hope they get overtaken by PSV and AZ, because I am petty like that. But firstly, we have to beat them, of course. Last time out, we played FC Groningen and ADO, who we both beat 2-0. Then we lost straight after that to Heerenveen with a completely rotated side, 2-1. Maarten van Aken with his first goal for the senior team. So that was the only positive from the game, actually. And the game straight after that, we beat Sparta 4-1. And that was the game that we became champions because everybody kept dropping points. And then we beat FC Den Bosch 4-0 and RKC 4-1 as well, just for good measure. But as I said, last time I let you guys was probably when AZ was still in second. Well, one game later, they lost and all the other teams won. So AZ were in fifth, and now as you can see, they've dropped down a lot. And they can actually still finish in sixth as well, which is crazy if you think that they were our main rivals for the entirety of both of the seasons, actually. But the most important thing today is this game against Feyenoord. Of course, a perfect game to round up the season. A game against the biggest rival that we got. So let's see what we can do. I'm expecting us to pick up the 3 points. Not that we need any more points, of course, being crowned champions already. But still, I expect us to give it our all against a team like Feyenoord, again in a big rival game like this. So this is going to be the starting 11. Onana in goal, Hitsai, Ta, Martinez, Grimaldo, Alvarez, Blind, Anthony, Kudus, Neres, and Milik. That are going to be the 11 names that are going to start for us in this final game of the season, and possibly the final game of the series, depending on what you guys, opinion is on whether you want to see this continued or not. This was meant to be an only beta game series, but the support has been insane until now. And as I said, if you guys want to see this, then it's up to me to find a way to show it to you. So again, let me know if you do want to see it, and then we will find a way. Not sure how I will do that, but if you really want to see this series continued, then one way or another it will. But first, let's focus on the game at hand, and that's the game against Feyenoord. We have the ball here, David Neres on the left-hand side. Could he do something with it? Maybe get us a perfect start here. He loses the ball to Rosario, and the ref is going to look at the VAR, but that looked like a perfect tackle. So I doubt there's going to be a penalty. It would be fun for us to get a penalty in the 7th minute. But it's probably not going to happen. I think he's going to call that it was not a foul. Let's see, he's coming back now. And there is the result. And it's actually a penalty. What? Alright. Milik to take it in the 7th minute. Milik against Bijlo. And it's 1-0 after 6.5 minutes. The perfect start to our final game of the season. And maybe a final game of the series even. A perfect start, as I said. But Feyenoord have a chance here. Gakpo, who was from PSV, of course, loses the ball. First to Hisai, then to Alvarez, but gets it back a third time. A good cross, but a very good save at the end from Onana. We're still up by only 1 goal, but it's a very, very tight game until now. 16 minutes played. Let's fire up the players. And hopefully we can get another goal and be a little bit more secure in this game. But for now, Feyenoord has the ball again. Try to play it to Linse, but that ball gets intercepted. Kudus' pass gets intercepted as well. It was a very poor pass, and now Gakpo can go for it on his own. And he does so. Cody Gakpo, but Onana with another important save here. And I'm actually interested to know on what this result means for the league table. I can see PSV are winning, so that means that Feyenoord at least drop down to 4th as it stands. And AZ were drawing, I believe, so AZ would need another goal to possibly overtake this team. Hopefully they do, but most important thing again is that we are picking up the 3 points. I don't know what Neres was trying there, but he loses the ball, and Gakpo might set up a counter here. A lot of players of us are back already, luckily. But I can see, by the way, that Feyenoord have got a lot of players from different teams. They've got a couple of players from PSV and also 1 or 2 from AZ. They've really put together a team that consists of good players from other top teams, which is very interesting if you ask me. I mean, last season they finished so far down, but this season they're doing pretty well. So you could say that their transfers have been pretty good actually. Still not becoming champions, of course, but they're doing better. Linse now again with the ball, but it gets headed away, and this might be our chance right here. Neres plays it to Kudus, a through ball to Milik, that should be it, there it is. Arkadiusz Milik with a 2-0, and it's not going to be offside. He played it perfectly, and we're leading 2 goals just before the break. Also, Milik is by far the league's top scorer, but you'll see that in just a minute when we look at all the statistics of the league. Like we did last season as well for the season, kind of a small review. Another chance possibly here, Grimaldo with the cross, and again Milik for his hat-trick. Again, just before the break, and again it's not offside, not going to be disallowed, and it's 3-0 in injury time of the first half. And there is the halftime whistle as well. Look at that. We're leading 3 goals against Feyenoord. And it was Milik all 3 times. So let's tell the players not get complacent. Because I do not want to concede 3 in the second half. AZ are still drawing. PSV have won their game against Willem II probably. So that means that Feyenoord dropped down at least 1 spot. Because they're not going to score 4 goals against us either. And so all in all, this has been a very good game. Let's make a few subs. Players are getting a little bit tired, especially Alvarez is pretty tired. Let's put Jan Wever... Kenneth Taylor. My Dutch coming through there for a little bit. But let's put Kenneth Taylor for him. And in a couple of minutes... No, you know what? We'll do that right now. Jan Wevers in for Kudus and Unuvar in for Neres. And that are all our 3 subs for the game. So hopefully we won't get any injuries or red cards in the final 20 minutes. We'll have to be wary always when you make 3 subs. It's a very big risk. But I do think that whatever happens, we still pick up the 3 points here. So it's not that big of a risk. And we do get another corner kick here, but it doesn't lead to anything. And only 20 minutes left. Let's praise the players. Praise them for what they've done in this game, and of course for the entire season and last season as well. They've been so good for us. They've been playing so well. It's been a very, very long time since I've had a team playing this well, like this Ajax team right here. And there is going to be the last chance of the game here. The final minute, Toornstra has the ball, gives it to Svensson. Hopefully they'll lose it and we get another chance here instead of them scoring the final goal. Rosario to Svensson to Toornstra. This is big chance here. And there is actually the 3-1 as well. Naufa Lebanis. The 3-1 in the 92nd minute. And there's the full-time whistle. We did still pick up the win. 3-1 in the end. Sad to concede a goal that late in the game. But still picking up the 3 points against a rival like this is still very, very good indeed. And that means that was the final game of the season. And Feyenoord have finished in 4th. As you can see, AZ didn't manage to win their game. So still happy that Feyenoord still managed to drop 1 place. Other than that, nothing really. Well, the only standout team I think is PEC Zwolle being that far down. And FC Utrecht being in 2nd as well is a pretty big surprise. FC Emmen have done very, very well, finishing in 8th spot. Other than that, not a lot of surprises. So I'll see you guys in just a second so we can take a look at the statistics for the league, the top scorers and all that stuff. Alright, so I forgot to show you guys this last season. Of course, there's a new end of season review for your club. This is it. I enjoyed it very much last season, and it's time to show you guys as well. Here is what we won this season, the Eredivisie and the Dutch Super Cup. The weird thing is, in real life, the Eredivisie also has a trophy like this and not a cup. So that either is a bug or just something that's not in the game. Not necessarily a bug, of course. But this screen already looks fantastic. Then you take a look at the new arrivals here. And you can see we got 3 players in. Pierluigi Giolini coming in for 17 million. At the end of the season, you can see the board are content with the deal to sign Pierluigi Giolini. They're probably more happy with it than I was because he didn't play very well. He played 11 games in the end, which is a lot. But in my opinion, he didn't play well. And then Tyus Magno, of course, the 19-year-old wonder kid. Again, the board are content with the deal to sign Tyus Magno. He played a lot of games, but 24 as a sub. 10 goals, 1 assist, and a 6.99 average rating. I was more happy with him, but still didn't set the league alight like I expected him to do. He just didn't progress as much as I expected, maybe in the coming season or the one after that. And then Justin Kluivert, the best player of all 3 when looking at this star right here. But again, the board are content with the deal to sign Justin Kluivert. Only 20 games, 6 goals and 1 assist as well. When you look at the average rating, Tyus Magno was the best, but there is still this purple star here. Not sure why that is. Justin Kluivert also was the most expensive one. So I think when you look at these 3 players, the best deal was this one. Played the most games, scored the most goals, had the highest average rating, and he was the least expensive one as well. You can also do the same for the players that went away from your club, but I don't think that's as interesting as the new guys are. So let's move on to the next screen, the season's results. There we are, you can see the entire schedule. We had a long winning streak here and an even longer unbeaten streak. But it had to come to an end someday, and it did here right against Heracles Almelo and PSV right behind that as well. Board confidence, to summarize, the board are pleased with your management of the team, so very happy with that because we only managed to win the league. We didn't win the Dutch Cup, as you can see right here, and we didn't manage to get out of the group stages. I still think it's very, very cool, this screen. You can see all the results sorted by what competition it was. I think we really did poorly in the Champions League. We should have picked up at least a draw against Lazio, but probably a win. And of course, we had the disallowed goal against Manchester City here. And looking back, if that goal would not have been disallowed, then we would actually have moved on to the Europa League. So that was very disappointing. So let's just skip real quickly through that. The biggest win is only a 5-1 actually against PEC Zwolle. Thomas Lam with an own goal, Tadic with a goal, Milik with 2 and Kudus with 1 as well. Match to remember, 4-0 away from home against FC Utrecht, who of course in the end finished in 2nd. Milik with a hat-trick, and then Tyus Magno with the 4th goal. And the goal of the season was by Tyus Magno actually. Can we take a look at that goal? Can we quickly take a look at that goal, because I am very curious to see what it was. Hopefully it will only play the goals and not the entire match or all the key highlights. Let's see if it does this as quickly as it saves game, because compared to last game, if you save your game right now, it's so fast. Let's just only the goals, not the entire match. There it is. Tyus Manyo here has the ball here on his own half and dribbles forward, and then tidy finish as well. So I think the most impressive thing right there was that he started with the ball on his own half. Alright, so we have to skip through through all of this again. But it was a good goal in the end, indeed. Here we have the club reputation. It hasn't changed. Anything else? Sponsorship has gone up a little bit. Broadcast revenue is to be expected to have gone down, all of these three, because of course we didn't have as many European games as we did last season. So the shirts sold, always for me a fun thing to look at. What 5 players sold the most shirts? Of course it is Milik, Tadic, Blind, Promes and Neres as well, but Milik is to be expected. He has been the best player of this entire league for this season. Also, actually last season he was really good as well. Here you can see the best 11. Onana in goal, Hisai, Ta, Alvarez in there, and Grimaldo, Klaassen and Blind, Neres, Tadic and Kluivert, and Milik. So no Anthony, no Promes. A lot of players missing from this, but we have a lot of very good players. So you always have that some players have to miss out, of course. Then we move on to the accolades, the worst discipline. In this section, you see all the records that you've broken over the entire season. This is not the record that we wanted to see being broken, but Klaas did pick up 13 yellow cards and a red card, and that is absolutely insane. Fans player of the season, Milik, of course. Young player of the season, Alvarez. Tyus Manyo, signing of the season, goal of the season as well. Top goal scorer Milik with 28, Grimaldo with 10 assists and 5 player of the matches, and Grimaldo with a 7.34 average rating. And the Eredivisie Golden Boot has gone to Dusan Tadic, and we have won the Manager of the Year as well. So a couple of awards for our players or managers, so that's very good. History in the making. Let's see what it says right here. Alright, so again you can see all the trophies that you've won, and then you can finish it, and then you go to all the meals that you normally get as well. Also a fun thing, what I enjoy at least, is that we made it to the Dutch Hall of Fame, as you can see right here in 9th place, right above Stefan Kovac, the Romanian. We are in 9th. So, a lot of points behind Jack Reynolds, of course, an Ajax coach as well, a lot of years ago. Look at that, 1917 all the way through 1947. That is absolutely insane. But yeah, we are in the Hall of Fame, so very happy with that. Let's see if we are also in the Dutch Hall of Fame for nationality. No, we're not. We're just a little bit behind Philippe Cocu, of course. Previous coach of PSV and now at Millwall. So I love the Hall of Fame, and we actually made it in the 2nd season already. So let's just all of this is not really important for now. What I'm gonna look at right now with you guys is the statistics of the league. I know the playoffs still have to be played, but now everybody is on 34 games. So it is fair to look at it now instead of when some teams have already played 36 or even 38 games. So let's quickly take a look at the team statistics. Average position, FCM is actually in 1st. We're in 4th. Is there anything that the most points per game? Of course, the best form as well. The most games won in a row, and most goals, most games scored in a row as well at 13. Just 1 game above FC Utrecht. Not the most games unbeaten at the end of the season. Let's see what else there is. We have scored the most goals with 13 more than Feyenoord have. We have scored 76, which actually isn't a lot. What the hell? Feyenoord has scored 11 goals from corners. In 63 goals, they've got 11 goals from corners. That is absolutely insane. That is so much. Nobody else even has more than 4. And they've got 11. That is crazy right there. And the most expected goals is for us as well. 61. And we've got 76. So that's very good. Very happy with that. Most penalties taken as well. Cross completion, we're not up there. We're in 9th actually. What other fun statistics are there to be shown? Pass completion ratio, we're not doing very well either. Most clear-cut chances created, we have the most, tied with FC Utrecht. Only 19 after 34 games. It doesn't seem like a lot. That's it doesn't say right here, but it's just over a half a clear-cut chance a game. Doesn't seem like much. We don't even have the most shots on target. Actually, Feyenoord do, but we still have 13 goals more than they do, even though they've got 7 shots on target more than us. Other than that, our conversion rate is the highest, of course, to be expected. Shots per game is for Feyenoord. Fouls against, look at that gap as well. Look at how many fouls teams have to make against us. Most dribbles made, holy... What? We've got 149 dribbles and the second team has 88. That is also such a big gap. Look at that. That is crazy. We have done so well this season. We have not conceded the least goals. We've conceded 25. PSV only conceded 18 and AZ 20. Still doing well. And RKC with the most expected goals against with 54. And how many goals did they concede? 72. Alright, so a lot of teams, well, not a lot of teams conceding a lot from corners, but probably every team conceded one against Feyenoord. Looked like it at least, except for Heerenveen. They haven't conceded a single goal from corners. Conceded from direct free kicks, almost no one. Clean sheets, that's always fun to look at as well. PSV in first, we're in third. Most tackles won, where are we? We're in 18th, what? Why are we so low? But we also have the least amount of fouls, so probably where are we with tackles won in percentage? We're in 12th, so a little bit better, but we just haven't made a lot of tackles. Alright, so that's very good to see that we didn't need a lot of tackles and the least amount of fouls as well to win the league. Blocks, we're all the way down there. Possession won, we've won possession almost 2,700 times. But then you get to these numbers. First, the average attendance, of course, for us, because we have the biggest stadium. And when you sort it by capacity, we're still in 4th with it, which is really, really good when you have a stadium that's much bigger than all the others are. Stadium sellouts, we are all the way down in 12th. Highest attendance, of course, is for us as well. Lowest one is for RKC. But there you have it. The most transfer money spent, about 17 times as much as the number 2 did. And when you look at the wages, we are over twice as much as PSV. And look at that. That's 4 times as much as AZ. That is crazy that we are spending so much money on wages and we're still gaining money every season. And then let's take a look at the player statistics as well. A couple of players, 14 players playing every single league game. None of them are from our team because we've rotated a couple of times as well for the European games that we had in between. So, of course, that is to be expected that we don't have a player that has played every single game, not even Onana, because we missed him on international duty as well. Games won, there are 4 players of us in the top 4. Blind, Ta, Onana and Milik. And then Grimaldo and Hisai up there as well. Let's look at some other fun statistics. Nobody picking up more than 1 red card. Alright. Klaassen not even picking up the most yellow cards either. That's insane that actually 2 players picked up more than he did. Player of the match is Philippe Max for PSV and Grimaldo actually in 3rd with 5. Distance cover, that is a fun one to look at. Nobody there for us. Okay, so it's not that fun to look at. But when you sort it by 90 minutes, then we have Anthony Kudus and Tadic in the top 5. Of course, as you saw in the first part, nobody has played every single game. So then it is also to be expected that nobody has run the most distance. Average rating is for Grimaldo and Milik in the top 3, Ta and Tagliafico 6th and 7th, and Hisai at 9 as well. This is the first time we've had them for 2 seasons together, but this is the first time that I noticed that Ta and Tagliafico, their names are really fun to combine. Sometimes I don't know what my mind is thinking. Jonathan Ta also here in number 8 for most headers won. Possession won, Hisai in 3rd. Possession lost, Arjen Robben in 1st. Nobody there for us, so that's very good. The most shots, the most goals is for Milik with 28 and Girano Kerk as 17 in 2nd place. So very big gap. His expected goals was only 20 and he scored 28. And this is still the most insane stat. He's only needed 77 minutes per goal, so he scored more than a goal a game on average, and that is, I don't think I've ever seen that before with one of my teams. And he has tried the most shots, most on target as well. Not the best on target percentage. He is in 5th. Conversion rate, he's not even in 1st. He's also in 5th. Nobody scored a free kick. Nobody in the entire league scored a free kick. What is that? Doesn't make any sense. That's maybe there could be a bug in the game that nobody in the entire league has scored a single free kick. 14 again, the appearances, we've already seen that. Milik scoring the most penalties, 6 out of 8. So he has missed 2, but he still scored 6. That is better than Tadic did last season. Grimaldo and Neres also 3rd and 4th for the most assists. Assists per 90 minutes is actually Neres and Grimaldo in 1st and 2nd. Manuel Ferrari with the most key passes, who is out on loan from us, so that's very good. That's very promising as well. Let's take a quick look at how he is progressing. The most key passes, that is insane. Where are we? We're all the way down here already. Most clear-cut chances created, Grimaldo in 2nd. Passes attempted, nobody of us. And ratio, we are Jonathan Ta with the 6th best pass completion ratio. And dribbles made, that's a fun one as well. Neres in 1st with 39, together with Anthony Musaba, and then Girano Kerk in 3rd with 31. Dribbles per 90 minutes, of course, David Neres with 1.83 dribble per 90 minutes. Most offside, is anybody from us here? No, luckily. And the player that has been fouled the most is Girano Kerk, and Neres all the way down in 10th. Other than that, what else do we have here? Blocks, clearances, appearances. Again, that's the 3rd time that has been there. The least conceded is Mvogo and Bizot with 18, and Onana has 21. Mvogo with 22 clean sheets, and Onana with 14. The most saves, actually, Onana all the way down in 17th with only 39 saves held. And is he here as well? There he is with 28 saves parried. So he's only needed to make 77 saves in an entire season. That's also insane. That's only just over 2 saves every game. And that's crazy. Oh, there it is as well. Save ratio, 86%. In number 2, equal with Nick Olij, but Olij has probably faced more shots than, that's why he's in 1st. So that were all the statistics for the league, and I think I'm gonna call it there. So as I said in the beginning as well, if you really want to see this series continue, then leave it down leave a like first, and then leave down in the comments if you want to see it continue. And maybe if you have a suggestion on how I do that, then leave it down there as well. That's much appreciated. And subscribe as well if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed the entire series until now. And I hope you're enjoying the new main series as well for the main game. For the full game, sorry. So again, A big thank you to you guys for the immense support that I've gotten over the course of this entire series. It has been absolutely mind-blowing to me. I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys for the next video very soon. Bye bye.